What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? What's up? What's up? It's your boy Jay Cobb. So if this is your first time ever tuning in to any of my videos, be sure to let me know by actually popping the number 1 in the comments below. If you happen to be catching this on Facebook, if you happen to be catching this on YouTube, also leave a comment, like this video, and don't forget to subscribe. So for those that have no idea who I am, my name is Jermaine Cobbins, and my goal is to help network marketers and home business entrepreneurs to build their brand and business using online and offline strategies. But today's topic is going to be a little different, all right? And I'm a firm believer in being happy, right? I tell people all the time that I work too hard to get myself into this happy state. Why would I give it away to an unhappy person, right? And the thing is this, you'll be amazed how many people wake up each and every day that are unhappy. They're not fulfilled. And not only that, they don't know how to change it. They don't know how to make that shift right in their emotional state. And in this video specifically, I'm going to share with you guys 5 levels of focus for maximum happiness, because where you focus is what grows. And a lot of time people focus on a lot of the wrong things or things that are not really beneficial to them, right? So if anytime during this video, if you get any value, be sure to like I said, drop a comment if you actually on YouTube, and if you actually on Facebook, give me some reactions, share this thing out. All right, so let's go ahead and dive into it. So what I need you guys first of all to do is I need you to screenshot this slide, okay? And basically I thought that this would be the perfect image to use, because I actually draw this image out for someone in the dirt. And we was talking about happiness and things like that and things of importance. And I think a lot of times we don't really know what to focus on, and what we think we should be focusing on 9 times out of 10 be the wrong thing, right? So of course I have this little energy chart to the side here, and basically you have your depressed state, your least happiest state, your temporary happiness state, and your most happiest state, right? And the reason why I have this pyramid upside down is because it's going to represent how much energy should go towards these things. Of course, the smaller the actual space, that's the least amount of energy you should be putting towards this. All right, does that make sense? All right, so here's the deal. First of all, guys, understand that when it comes to your focus and your happiness, these things are one and the same. All right, so many people, they want to be happy, but they're not focused on happy things, right? They don't know what makes them happy. So typically what happens is, this is the way that people usually shift their focus. All right, so of course what I start with is going to be the least important. All right, let's do it. The first one is others. And so many people, they worry about what other people think. They worry about what other people say. They worry about, is this person going to approve of it, or are people going to laugh at them, or something crazy going on in their head that makes them worry. And a lot of times when you put your focus there, you're in the danger zone. You're down toward the depressed and in your least happiest state. And what do I mean by others? I'm talking about friends, right? Simple as that. I mean, we have people in our life that, we consider friends and, loved ones, but a lot of times we are living the opinion of others, right? Just because someone doesn't see your vision, just because someone doesn't believe in what you believe in, it doesn't mean that, that is right for you, right? It's the best advice. So a lot of time it's friends. And then you have coworkers. We spend a lot of time, for those that still have full-time jobs, we spend a lot of time at our job, right? So you're around, in some cases, toxic people. You're around closed-minded people. You're around people that feel that they should be making more money, or they should have more time off, whatever the case may be. So you're in a toxic environment in most cases. A lot of times others can mean the weather. So a lot of people forget about this. Worrying about the weather is something that you should not be putting your energy or your focus towards. I'm a firm believer in the weather doesn't dictate my happiness, right? Now I understand that we have, natural disasters and things like that, but for the most part, if the weather's going to be bad, then you're going to know it's going to be bad. Somebody's going to tell you. So waking up, trying to see what the weather is, you're basing your happiness off if the sun is going to shine or not, or if it's going to rain, or it's be cold, or if it's cold. You're not going to feel too good because you're basing your happiness or shifting your focus to things that was going to make you the least happiest. The media, waking up, turning on the TV first thing in the morning. That's a bad idea. Watching the news. I know a lot of people, they just say, well, I just have it on. I don't really be watching it. I just turn it on. Well, whether you know it or not, it's still being consumed. It's still being injected into your brain. That's why it's so important to, wake up and really give your mind time to work on its own. Let it create its own creative thoughts. But we end up waking up, turning the TV on, whether it's the news, whether it's Sports Center, something, right? And it leads me to my next thing, like social media. Social media can be a negative place if you're following negative, unhappy people. You got to understand that, I know a lot of people, they shut down their Facebook account. They shut down, Twitter and things like that because they are following negative people. Right. So I have my social media, all my social media accounts are set up for either people that are inspirational, people that are in health and wellness, or people that could be potential prospects. Right. So I have a ball when I'm on my social media. I don't know about you, but I advise you to make some changes. All right. And here's the big one. The past. The past is one of those things that simply, that's it. It's the past. It should get least of your energy, right? Along with all the other things, because these things that I just mentioned, guys, these are going to keep you in your least happiest and in your most depressed state. All right. Does that make sense? So if that makes sense, let some emojis fly or give me a thumbs up. All right. So your hobbies. Now, I understand that we all have something that we enjoy doing other than working, maybe something on the weekend, right? And as you can see, now you're starting to get a little bit into your temporary happiness, right? Now, what I mean by temporary happiness, I'm not saying that whatever you're going to do is going to keep you just in a 100% constant happy state. But what I'm saying is that it's temporary. And you have to understand that when I say temporary, meaning a lot of times we end up putting a little bit more energy into these things that really is not going to be the most impactful for our happiness. All right. So because we're talking about maximizing your happiness. OK, so hobbies typically is going to be an expense. It's something that's going to take money out of your pocket or out of your household. Right or wrong. Now, if it does. Now, if you don't have the money, then you cannot spend money on your hobby, which technically is going to make you feel unhappy. So you ever hear people say, well, I don't have the money to, do anything. I don't have the money to go anywhere. Right. Well, hey, are you really basing a good day off not being able to splurge on the weekend, not being able to shop, not being able to go out and have a few beers? Are you really basing your happiness off that? Because I tell people, how much does it cost to go outside? How much does it cost to walk down the street? Right? How much does it cost to do things that doesn't cost money? Right? And I'm not anti-money, right? The things we do, whether we're working, whether we're building our business, is to create more income so we can, enjoy more things in life or be able to be in a position to help other people, right? That's just what it's around. But a lot of times we are at a standstill because we base our happiness sometimes on our hobbies. And you're talking to someone that used to ride motorcycles, and I still love motorcycles. I just currently don't have one at the moment, but I was into motorcycles. I was into cars and rims and audio and things like that, car shows, right? And at this time, guys, these were like coping mechanisms, right? I use these things really just to fill a void in my life. But at the time, I was in a ton of credit card debt. I didn't have any major goals. I was working a job that I really didn't care to go to, right? My life wasn't the best for me, right? But I had things I done to kind of cope, But Monday, Sunday night going into Monday morning, you kind of get this reality check. Oh, here we go again. That's kind of how that happiness is really temporary. So you don't want to live for the weekend. All right. So this is a touchy one, right? So we end up putting a little bit more energy into family, right? So what do I mean by family? Now, this is not saying that you cannot love your loved ones. This is not saying that, all right? So quick disclaimer, don't ride me for this one, but this is just the truth, guys. But family, and what I mean by this, those people that have sayings like family first? No matter what, it's family first, right? Or I'll ride for my brother. I'll ride for my cousin. And you may very well, if that's your, lifestyle, it is what it is. But think about family first. If you put family first, then I promise you, people that say this, they're more than likely unhappy people. Now, you may have a select few of people that, that's going to say, well, I'm happy. I'm happy. I can put my family first and I'm happy. Yeah, you're going to run into those. But for the most part, people like that, I'm going to ride for my cousin. I'm going to ride for my brother. You mess with him, you mess with me. Those type people typically are your most unhappy people. Because here's the deal. If you ever decide to start doing better for yourself, if you ever decide to start a business, who is going to doubt you first? Family. And it's painful because you've been going your whole life thinking that your family has your back. Your family is going to believe in you. Your family is going to support you, right? And it's not so much as what they can give, but let's be honest. A lot of times family will screw over you first. Let's be honest, right? Some of you guys have been screwed by family. Some of you guys haven't, right? But I come from a very tight family. We love one another, but there have been instances where things didn't go right? They just didn't work out. And not so much as screwing over one another, but hey, it was emotional. Sometimes you go not talking to one another and it's painful, right? Because we put our energy there, and this is temporary happiness, guys, right? It's like when family good, you good. But when family ain't good, when things ain't right, you kind of, you don't know what to do with yourself, right? You kind of moping around the house. You don't want to shower, right? So is this making sense, guys? If so, let me know, right? Now, let's move on to when we start to get to the most happiest state, right? Your health. Ooh, this is a big one. Your health, guys. Now, we talk about health. I'm not talking about just green salads and drinking water. Okay. I'm not just talking about exercising and lifting weights. Your health, guys. Your health. Your health is your mindset, your outlook on life, the way that you think, the way that you react to certain situations. You guys know the saying that life is basically, 90% what happens. You know what I mean? That's just what it is. But it's that 10%. It's that 10%, guys, of how you react. Right? That's just what it is, man. You I'm sorry. I screwed it all up. I'm sorry. Life is 10% what happens and 90% how you react. Right? It's 10% what happens to you and 90% how you react to it. And just think about that for a minute, guys, because that's part of your health. Now, there are things you have to do in order to get in this state of mind, right? You first of all, you have to be clear on this, what I'm sharing with you right now, meaning where to shift your focus. And your health can be simply walking every day. Your health can be simply waking up, saying affirmations, meditating, right? Listen to something positive, like not getting in your car trying to catch the early morning show, but actually putting in something that's going to shift your mindset and get you ready for today. Even though you're going into a hellhole of a job, having something positive in your ear, it gives you value, right? It gives you value. It makes you start to understand that, what, I am better than where I'm headed. I'm better than this job. I'm better than what my boss is trying to tell me. I'm better than this. And from there, by doing those things, then you begin to be a little bit more conscious about what are you eating and what are you drinking, staying away from sugars and, even staying away from toxic people, right? That's part of your health. So you want to put more energy towards things that will make you healthy. Does this make sense? And finally, guys, most, if not all of your energy should focus on yourself. It should be towards yourself. And I put in bold you. It's you, right? It's you, guys. Your spirituality, your relationship with God, your dreams, your goals, right? Your mind, body, and spirit. You. Most of your energy should be focused on you, but we have this stigma where we think it's selfish, right? We think it's selfish to only think about ourselves. And it is selfish to only think about yourself, but it's not selfish to put yourself first. All right. Now, if you're only thinking about yourself, yeah, that could be a little selfish. But when you are in your best state, you are able to manifest and bring happiness to not only yourself, but to a lot of people. Right? Now, you're going to get a little scrutiny from others, right? You're going to get a lot of scrutiny from coworkers, but guess what? Look at the energy level compared to the energy level of yourself. And it's a small portion, and it shouldn't matter because we see that it's going to create the least happiest feeling in your life. So in order to be your most happiest, focusing on your health, focusing on yourself, limiting that energy into family, not saying not seeing them, not talking to them, but just understanding that they are people too. And that they battle their own insecurities and, doubts and things like that. So don't let them push their doubts and their belief on you. Stay the course. Keep believing in yourself. And do the things that it takes to grow each and every day, because we all know that if you're not growing, you're dying. So I hope you guys got value. I hope you guys are utilizing these actual 5 steps. And if so, let me know which of these that you may be already putting too much energy in that could be possibly causing the most havoc in your life. So drop a comment below. And if you guys got value, like this video, like I said, and don't forget to share it out. All right. It's your boy J Cobb. Be humble, be consistent, be you.